everybody. I'm Joe.
I'm Holly.
And together we are
Jolly.
Jolly. All right, guys. We got another episode of Rock Chronicles, the untold story of legends.
Woohoo.
This one is the day that George Harrison quit the Beatles. Ooh. My goodness. But before we get into it, we ask you please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're just a small little humble channel trying to grow. I need your help to do it.
Hit that bell so you get notified of our daily content, our shorts, and the live streams that we do every night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we go through the best albums from the best bands of all time.
All time. Let's get straight into it. On January 10th, 1969, in the middle of a tense Beatles rehearsal, George Harrison put down his guitar and said, "See you round the clubs." And then he walked out.
And no warning, no meltdown, just quiet frustration and a decision that could have ended the Beatles right then and there.
Yep, and almost did. It all happened during the Let It Be session at Twickenham Studios. The Beatles were trying to rehearse, film, and write new music all at the same time. And it was supposed to be a fresh start after the chaotic White album they just did.
But instead, it turned into a pressure cooker. The cold studio didn't help, the cameras were always rolling, and the vibe was icy.
Yeah, the vibe was icy, for sure. John was distracted. Yoko Ono was constantly by his side. Paul was trying to lead, maybe a little bit too hard, and George was done being overlooked.
Yep, he was tired of it.
Yeah.
So George had just come off of a creative high. He had been hanging out with Bob Dylan and the band here in the U.S., and he had written songs like All Things Must Pass, but the band wasn't giving him any space.
He had to fight to even get one song per album. Meanwhile, Lennon and McCartney dominated the sessions. I mean, they wouldn't give him no room.
Yep, and there's actually real footage of George quietly arguing with Paul, and Paul's trying to direct a part, and George says, "Well, I'll play whatever you want me to play, or I won't play at all if you don't want me to."
It wasn't loud, it wasn't angry, but it said everything. That
Yeah.
was basically the gist of it, the vibe.
Yeah,
Going right
icy.
Icy.
So on January 10th, during a rehearsal, George had had enough, and he calmly left the studio and wrote in his diary, got up, went to Twickenham rehearsed until lunchtime, left the Beatles, and went home.
Yep, just like that. No announcement. Nope. To the press. No statement. He just walked out.
Wow.
Just walked right out.
Quietly. That's even rougher. So the rest of the band kept on playing, but by lunchtime, they realized that George wasn't coming back.
Yep.
So-
He was just walked out. George's walkout stunned the others. Ringo had already briefly quit years before, but George's departure felt different.
So the next few days were really tense. The Beatles even talked about replacing him, and Eric Clapton's name was mentioned. Seriously.
Yeah. But thankfully, after a private meeting with George at his home in Esher, they patched things up.
Yeah. And George agreed to return, but under conditions. No more filming in Twickenham. He wanted to move the sessions to Apple Studios. And most of all, he wanted more respect for his work, which is
we
needed.
can all
Yeah.
see. Yep. This was a turning point. It was the first time the world saw the cracks that would eventually break the band.
George's walkout wasn't about his ego. It was about being heard. It was about being seen. And it was about being respected.
Yep. After Let It Be, George would finally step into his own. His solo career, especially All Things Must Pass, proved what he was capable of when nobody was holding him back.
So this wasn't just a band breaking down. It was really about an artist breaking free.
Yeah. And it's trivia time. But before I ask you that trivia, I'll tell you the answer to the last one. It was a Fender in the last.
It was a Gibson.
Oh, it was a Gibson, she said. I thought
It was a
Fender.
Gibson.
Okay, it's a Gibson. It's a Gibson, folks. All right, trivia time. What song did George Harrison debut during the Let It Be session only for it to be ignored by the band? Was it A, My Sweet Lord, B, It Isn't Petty, C, Something, or D, Why My Guitar Gently Weeps? Throw it down below if you know it, and I'll tell you the answer in the next one, or she will. One of us will get it to you. It'll come back out to you.
Yeah, we'll put it in our next video for y'all.
Yeah, but so that's the true story of the day. George Harrison walked away from the Beatles.
That's crazy. And how the quiet moment of courage changed everything.
Yep. So if you enjoyed this story, hit the like button and subscribe for more episodes of Rock Chronicles. Whoop, whoop. Untold true stories of legend.
If you want to support the show, here's our link for a tip down here. And I think there's also a link for some merch.
Yeah,
right.
and there you can actually get one of these affiliate links. You can buy some. I'll throw some Beatles gear in there.
Yeah.
And we'll get a small portion of it if you want to help the channel. And you'll get something awesome. So it's a win-win. Can't beat that.
Y'all.
Can't beat it with a stick, as my daddy always said.
Yep.
But until next time, guys, thank you for being with us. And stay jolly.
Stay jolly.
We're out of here.